Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for Sentinel's new figure line, 4inch-nel. And we have Rockman, or Megaman as many of us know. And here we go. I recently got my Amiami haul of August. Yep. And here we go. This is quite nice, quite interesting. And we get all this stuff here in the back. I believe this is roughly around $40, around there. And from what I can see from the box here, we got an extra pair of hands, an open one, and we have the blaster and an extra face. I don't see anything else like an effect parts of that sort. And I think there is, a stand on the back. Probably their typical Sentinel stand. Anyways, that's just a quick overview of the box. Let's take a look inside. Alright, so I have Rockman here. And hence the name or the figure line 4inch-nel. It's 4 inches. And just to verify that, and if I can grab my ruler here. Sorry, I'm trying to reach underneath my desk. Alright, so yep, it's about 4 inch. Right there. So there we go. And this is really cool looking. And coming from Sentinel, we expect good quality, which it is from what I can see. And I played around with it a little bit, and it's fairly good. Now, has some interesting design, especially for the joint. This seems something that tells me that that could be rocked or collapsed. They tend to do that. So just going quickly on articulation here. Get the neck. Can look down, look up, fairly good. And there's actually a section here it kind of collapses in, and that kind of helps in looking up, which is a nice touch that they have that. Can look side to side. There is an alternate face which you can just pop this out. Actually, before I thought that you have to remove this, but you don't need to do that. So you just kind of pop this out, slide that, and you have little tabs there. Kind of holds it in place with friction, and you have another one here, which is kind of like you're angry, and I just slide that in. There we go. And just for curiosity's sake, I'm just gonna go ahead and remove this. I'm sure some of you out there are kind of wondering what's in there. Alright, so you can take this out. There's a peg that goes all the way. And basically this kind of acts like a hinge for that neck part, or it connects to the head. It's a little kind of tricky to take out, and gotta be careful. You don't have to do this. I'm just doing this just to show you what's inside. And so you don't have to do this. Alright, so take that out, and you can take this section here. It's kind of where the head is connected. And on the back side here, this pops out. And there you go. Let's take this out here. So you can kind of have a little helmet there that you can take out. Let's pop this back in, and let's see if I can put this back on now without much issue. So we put this on. There we go, and the peg should just all slide in. Then we put this on here, and you kind of just have to realign it. You grab this one, just gotta push this on. I believe the bigger side kind of goes on the bottom. There we go. Kind of just push that in there. And if you do take it out and put it on, and the peg is not all the way in, it kind of makes this neck kind of loose. So right now it's good. Let's just make sure it's all the way in there, if you ever had that problem. Moving on, we have the torso here, which has a fairly good forward movement, even backward. And you kind of see that the waist kind of moves along with it. Also for side to side, which is fairly good. So I like that. Now for the shoulder here, kind of has a little give there. I'm not sure if he has an actual bicep swivel, but you can reach the other shoulder right there. You get the swivel right there. You get the elbow bend, which is fairly nice. Then you have your wrist. Now it's kind of weird how this thing is. You kind of see a little gap there for the joint, but in certain places you don't see it at all. So just depending on how you want it, but you can even move the wrist forward like or closer to him. So that's really nice touch. I like it. Then moving down here, we have the waist. You can kind of rock this back and forth. It doesn't really give you much like this thing up. It's mostly on side to side. You can even do the split there, which is nice. And it's not too bad. I mean, he cannot move the leg up there, but he can move it sideways. Yeah, there is a bit of limitation. And now you can rock it side to side. You got your knee bend, and we have this extra joint here. You can definitely bend that knee right there. It's probably good for, you know, certain dashes, or maybe a flying kick. So that's great. So I like that. Then for the ankle, yeah, you get quite a bit of range there. So that's really nice. On the other side, it's not as detailed as other Megaman figures are, but you have that red, kind of like the dressers there. And what do we have here? It says Capcom 2016 China. Alright, then that's pretty much it for articulation. Overall, I'm quite satisfied. It's very articulated for, you know, for something this size. Alright, so moving on, we have the hands here. They have this kind of peg to kind of keep it the peg from closing in. You know, sometimes when you heat it up, the plastic. So you just slide this off, and actually there's a letter there, L. Obviously not going to make that mistake of swapping them out, but there we go. And then we have the blaster right here, and this blaster has that extra peg also to kind of keep that peg from shrinking, and we're gonna swap it from here, from the elbow joint. And this one has a rectangular peg as opposed to the circular one for here, and we're just gonna align this. Now this one, depending on how the joint is, you have to kind of align, because this one is a bit lower, but the peg right now it's high. So what you want to do is just kind of swivel this around. There we go. And wait, actually that was the right way. Was it? No, what am I doing? Sorry. There we go. And I think that's what I'm doing wrong. As I swivel that, I was moving that thing around too. So there we go. Quite nice. You got the blaster. Another blaster, like the sole here. Not much details, but you definitely have that. You got the red tip right there, and there we go. You can also place this on the other side, but again, you kind of have to rotate the joint there to make it work. Otherwise, it's gonna be sticking out. You can also rotate it from here. Yeah, you can rotate it from the base there, which is nice. The tip doesn't move. But yeah, really cool poses. Now using the Sentinel Base here. And again, you might want to do maybe a little turn here, kind of loosen them out, you know, counterclockwise. Alright, so let's do some awesome poses here. And we're just gonna wrap it around his waist. There we go. Gonna tilt it. There you go. Really nice. Otherwise, we can also do the drop. Getting back to this, we'll just pop this out. grab this again and have to kind of tilt this around. There we go. Pop this out. We'll use the other open hand. This one's a little odd. I got a little like protrusion there. Not sure if that's an extra, like a nub, but it doesn't really bother me as much. I just kind of find it weird. And you can even have him jumping down, or maybe dashing onto the wall. So you can reenact a lot of cool poses that you remember of him from the video games. I only played a little bit of Megaman, not so much. I don't know. I'm gonna get flanked here, kind of like Link. You probably played him on Smash, and you guys are probably right. I'm actually not that good with platform games, even Mario games. I just like him as a figure. Let me fix my camera here. There we go. So definitely nice. I can have him kind of like dropping down. Keep sliding. That's unfortunately, that's the problem with this base. But it works. I think that's pretty much it. Other than let me do a quick comparison with the D-Arts Megaman X. Alright, so let's talk about size comparison. And here we go. We have the D-Arts Megaman X here, probably about 5-inch. And we have the Marvel Legends Deadbolt, which is about 6 1/4, roughly around there. I found that Marvel Legends a little too big for the typical 1/12 or 6-inch figures. So they may have the scale of their own. I think they're about 1/11 maybe. Just a little bit bigger. But anyways, I do like the progression of size. It does make sense that the young Rockman here is small compared to the adult version of him, or maybe a more mature version of him here. So it's nice. But then again, when you look at the price point, Sentinel is 40 bucks. D-Arts, I believe, is around 50. So just for extra few more dollars, you could have gotten a better figure, because this one comes with effect parts, it's same interchangeable hands, I believe also a swappable faceplate. So you're just getting quite a bit more with the D-Arts. Yeah, but then again, it's not the same though, because this is your classical Megaman here, and this is Megaman X, which is own separate game series. So yeah, there we go. And also, talking about accessories, I think Sentinel went with the bare minimum. As we can see, we only have the closed hands and the open hands and the blaster, which for the most part, which we've seen in the game, from what I recall, you know, either he has his closed fist when he's running, or he has his one hand wide open to support the blaster, or just, you know, dashing to the wall. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I hardly see Megaman, or I don't think I've seen Megaman do a thumbs up or pointing at something, or even holding anything else, because his weapon is the blaster. He doesn't need to hold anything else unless it's another type of Megaman. They did come up with the Rockman .exe, or pretty much the network version, network battle, I think. I'm not too familiar with that version, but I've seen the design, which I really like. So that's a different style. And yeah, from what I recall from the D-Arts, yeah, he has the sword and stuff like that, which is cool. Or I think that might be even a different Mega Man, what I'm thinking of. You know, regardless, you know, this is great. They went with the bare minimum, and it works. It just there's no effect parts. I wish that was added. I think that'll, you know, kind of seal the deal for me. But nonetheless, I do like Sentinel figures, and I believe this is a really great one, and highly recommend to give it a try. It's a really nice figure. Anyways, that's about it for this review. If you got questions, let me know. But that's about it. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.